about, I don't know, 7 or 8 hectares, so a huge area. So they are big.
Now, interestingly, you've got UK Fungus Day next week.
That's right.
Why are we
bothering?
Yeah, why are we bothering?
Well, it's because, as you said already...
I've seen no cards. Have you?
No, yes, they're missing out there. Grandparents, fungus...
Yeah, no cards, you're right. But as you said already, most people are really terrified by fungi or think that they're yucky.
Yeah.
But we really want to emphasise that, in fact, they're very exciting, they're very interesting, and they're very, very important. They're important to the planet, but they're also important to us. I mean, you've already used a fungus in some of your food because the blue cheese, that's a fungus. Many foodstuffs have fungal products in them or use fungi to make them. And then, of course, there's the pharmaceuticals and things.
So what are we doing for it? You're doing walks and talks and
Hug a fungus.
Hug a fungus. Go out and hug it, but don't hug that one.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere near that one or that one. These ones are all right. Be careful with fungus.
And lots of family activities to teach kids and families why they're important and all sorts of
And don't
exciting
pick
things
wild
like
mushrooms
that.
and eat them, should
No,
you?
absolutely
never do that.
No.
Buy them from a shop.
Never.
Thank you. Thank you.
Unless you really know what you're doing. Yeah,
Exactly.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you. In just a minute, we're chatting to Extra Factors, Caroline Flack and Matt Richardson. But first, let's take a look what else is still to come on the show.
Simon's cooking a hearty hake and shellfish stew. We're going Greek with guest chef Maria Elia. She's making pumpkin phyllo pies. And we'll be sampling some world-class cocktails, shaken, not stirred. Yeah, we're now joined by Extra Factor hosts Caroline Flack and Matt Richardson. Matt, you're the new kid.
Yeah, I'm the new boy.
How are you settling in?
Good. It was quite scary at first because I'd never done any presenting, but it's been good. Caroline's been nice.
How on earth did you get a job then?
It's a very good question. I just got asked for a meeting. I've been doing stand-up for years, so I do stand-up and I kind of do X Factor and I'm on tour at the same time and kind of balance the two. But yeah, I just kind of got asked for a meeting because they were meeting people to replace Ollie and they liked me, even though I was the least experienced person in the world for the job.
And how many times have they said to you so far, Ollie didn't do it that way?
They do that whenever I won't do something. They go the opposite. They go, Ollie would have done it like that. And I'm like, give me that costume, I'm putting it on.
Did you have any choice in the matter of who you got? Did you?
Yeah, I think I more or less had the final say. Maybe not the final say, I think Simon had the final say. But I think it was quite important to find someone that you get on with, because it would be weird if they just said, oh, no, we want this person. So he came in for a screen test with his little backpack.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I came in with a backpack on.
Did you really?
Like,
why?
Because it had my stuff in.
What, your sandwiches?
It's a very convenient place to keep my makeup.
No, he was just, he made me laugh a lot. And he's like the opposite to Ollie, in a way. And we needed someone different to Ollie.
Right. I'm not a cool multi-millionaire pop star with any appeal.
But Matt basically owes you now, doesn't he, for the rest of his life?
Rest of his life.
You're taking 10% on everything I earn, aren't you?
Everything, yeah.
You got him a gig. So how's this series? This series is brilliant, right?
We're loving this.
This series is better than last series because Sharon's back.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, that is a fact. Sharon has raised up again, hasn't she?
Well, she's kind of got that superstar quality, hasn't she? She's funny. She brings out something different in the other judges, and by the end of the day, she goes a bit crazy. So it always just makes it more fun.
Yeah, we like to play the game on this show where it's a bit of a sport for us. So after Saturday night, we don't worry about the contestants, however, we worry about how well the judges are doing, and it's a sport who did the best out of the judges. Yeah. Gary Barlow's winning.
Barlow is in the lead at the moment.
Sharon's pretty good.
Yeah.
Louis comes in on a third at the moment.
Yeah.
Nicole's not
Nicole,
doing
we're
it
a bit
we love her. We love her.
We love
her.
Nicole.
Nicole's amazing.
Nicole's up her game.
Yeah. I think she'll come into her own on the live shows, Nicole, but at the moment, to be honest, she's, she might get relegated.
It's her show tonight.
I promise you, watch
the girls tonight. She's you see, there's a lot of her in a bikini.
A lot of Nicole shirts.
So she could win on that one.
That could go up.
When you rock up to the houses and Nicole greets you in a bikini, go, hey, just go, hi, Nicole.
Louis tried that tactic last night with Sunita in a bikini.
Her body, Sunita's body is unbelievable, though.
She's
she is 50 years old. She's got a body like... She's 50. Her body is... I've never even had a body like that, ever. That is incredible, yeah.
OK, did you go to all their houses? Is that...
Yes.
Did you really?
Yeah, we go to all of them.
But it's Sharon's real house, yeah?
Sharon's real house.
House. Ozzy would come out and put the bins out while we were filming. Prince of Darkness putting out the recycling.
What's he like?
I didn't really talk to him, but he just kind of like pottering around. It was his house, and we were kind of invading it. So he was just doing
that's
his
the thing,
normal
though,
stuff.
they were so, I mean, because they were the first family to be invaded, so I suppose it's nothing for them, is it? They had that whole Osborne's thing
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah, it was amazing. It wasn't
Yeah,
the
no, it
actual
was
Osborne's
nice.
house, which was a shame, but it was cool to be at our actual house. It was really nice, I think. And nice
Okay,
Contestants.
and the other guys, where were they located around the world?
Nicole was in Antigua.
Yeah,
That's on tonight. Louis was in Saint-Tropez.
yeah.
And
Gary was in New York.
oh yeah, New York. New York
Well,
was
you
good.
got a tough job there, Matt, flying around the
I
world.
mean,
going to
I went from going
places.
like, and then this week I've been in like Sheffield, Runcorn, and Hull. You know, like, I've got a very weird life.
Yeah, how is your carbon footprint at the moment, though? Blimey,
Awful.
going all around the world. Right, we got some footage here. I think this is just Sharon with last night with Robbie. I think so. This is a clip.
You've got to have the charisma. You've got to have that star quality.
It's got to be the full package.
This show isn't called The Session Singer.
No.
No.
You could be the guy behind the guy.
With the moves.
Hey, listen, I think we've just come up with a concept for a TV show.
us.
Yeah. You present it, I'll produce it. Let's go.
get a modestly paid job on 2 albums.
The guy behind the guy. Let's do it.
What's the inside on the chairs? I mean, it worked, didn't it? Even though a lot of people,
loved it,
a lot of people were upset about it, wasn't it? Because
So good.
It had a lot of drama.
Yeah, it did,
but
didn't
you
it?
know, it's good because sometimes you see an audition, you think I'll put that person through, and then you see someone down the line, you think, oh no, I'm going to put them through. So it was a way of going. You could change it if you wanted to do it. It was
Yeah.
good. It was really fun.
yeah, it was. And I suppose if you go on that competition, you've got to realise most of it, apart from one person, you're going to get rejected at some stage.
Yeah.
So you've just got to face that. Do they get told that? They
knew that was gonna happen,
Yeah,
yeah.
but they know they're going to get rejected at some stage.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's kind of that thing because all they're thinking about is the prize at the end. That's all they're focused on. So when they get rejected, it's actually really bad. Just going, I want to be the next big pop star. I want to be the next big pop star, and then someone goes, sorry, you're not going to be the next big pop star. And they go, oh.
It's impossible not to, isn't it? If you're in that situation, suddenly you're in, you know, huge, glamorous location, you've got to think of the end game. You can't think, well, this might be the end for me today. You've got to believe you're going to win.
Absolutely, yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't survive it, would you? If you kept going, oh, I might go home today.
Who's going to win it? Where's the? I'll tell you
I-
what. What about what category is it going to come from?
I think it might come from the girls.
I think
And
it's
you'll
gonna
see
be
the
one of
final
others.
6 girls being shown tonight. There's one girl called Hannah Barrett who I just love from day one. So we'll see. But we can't say who we think is going to win.
I think, it's controversially, they should get rid of the oldies.
No, Simon.
As
Why
a
are you
category.
saying that?
As a category. That's
What?
my... That's
Get rid
my...
of what?
The
Get rid of
overs.
the oldies.
Why?
They're never going to make it, are they?
Oh,
Ollie was an
Simon.
over.
Ollie wasn't over. There you go. He's one of the best.
Well,
that's
maybe
ever
you
been.
reduce the age then.
Hold on, Ollie was
Ollie
an
was
over.
never.
Ollie was an
Because that
over.
was the year when the overs was just 25 and above. They brought it down. But he was an over, yeah, and he's probably done the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll take it back then, I know nothing.
I think an over's going to win it this year, so...
do you?
I think Sam Bailey could win it. I think she's really good.
Great voice, yeah.
An amazing voice.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she's got a lot of appeal as well. I think she's a real everywoman.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
There she is. But then, if she wins it, a controversial, is she going to sell records?
That's it.
It's a really difficult thing, isn't it? Who people vote for and who buy records. It's almost 2 different audiences, so it's quite difficult. But I think she could. I think she could be like very successful and sell a lot of albums.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Now I'm going to get abused hugely now after saying that.
Yeah, it's him. He says he hates old people. Basically, he said that. You hate Simon Cowell and you hate old people.
Yeah, I did
That's
say
what
that.
you said.
I did
Well,
say
heard
it.
it.
There's my exact word. We're making a young person's pudding at the end of the show. With you two. After the break, we're cooking hake stew with Hollyoaks James Redmond. See you soon.
It's coming like a ghost town. All the clubs are being closed down. This place is coming like a ghost town. Bands won't play no more. Too much fighting on the dance floor.
There was a time in the world where music didn't exist, and then the specials came along.
Very true.
And all of a sudden, music existed. Before that, there wasn't music. There was just people trying to play things, and it was just a noise.
Best band in the world ever.
Specials came along, and music
Was invented.
Invented, yes.
Yeah.
They just were before the Beatles.
Yeah, that's right.
And they just started it just prior to the Beatles. James Redmond's here. Welcome back to Sunday Brunch. That was his choice.
Thank you very much.
You're a very... you love your music.
I do.
You've got very good taste.
Thanks, babe.
Yes.
Thanks.
Now, before we cook, we've got some more pictures. Have we got some more pictures?
Have we?
Yes, of grandparents, I believe. Simon, over to you.
OK, this is Margaret and Valentine from Ipswich, and it's their 40th wedding anniversary today. Grandkids Jasmine and Reese sent this in with all their love.
Very
Brilliant.
nice.
That's a nice picture. And this is Karen and Patrick from Burnham-on-Sea with their grandson Samuel.
Yes.
I think what we should do is when you send a picture of your grandparents in, say a little piece of advice they gave you as well, or something. Good.
That's a nice idea.
Grandparent advice. My granddad used to say to me, stay out of the sun. Stay out of the sun, it's not good for your skin.
It's good, it's true.
And it kind of turned out that he's probably right.
My grandfather, my dad's dad, said to me, if you ever get the chance to be a professional footballer, don't sign for Everton. My grandfather turned down Everton.
Did
Good
he?
lad,
Yeah,
good lad.
he's a Liverpool fan. He turned, back in the day when you didn't make loads of money from football.
My other granddad said, get yourself a ring and turn it, sort of signet ring, turn it sideways, because when you punch someone...
Classy.
My mother was not happy about that at all, and I must say that is not good advice at all, because in the Lovejoy family, we're lovers, not fighters.
And our final one, Ray and Jill in Surbiton, chilling pirate style. This came with love from Matthew, Rachel, Hannah, Oliver, Charlie and Joe, who love you loads.
Look at that, that's brilliant. Is that fancy dress, or is that how they dress?
That's how they dress.
Every day.
That is how they
Every
dress.
day they dress like that. Now, James Redmond,
Yes.
any great advice from your grandparents, was there?
Yeah, my grandpa said, don't do that again or I'll punch you. That was
That's not good advice.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. How is your eating these days? Because you did...
I'm normal.
No,
you
you're
keep
not
saying I'm not
normal.
normal.
You
I'm
did
just
go through
lactose intolerant.
It's
It's
but you made that
eczema
up.
and hay fever.
But did you just make that up, or did you get
No,
tested?
I cut them. I got tested.
Did you?
I cut the dairy
Did they
out.
say there's some cream you can have?
Yeah. That, yeah. And it all went... No, this is very serious.
Yes.
And it went away. All the eczema went, and the hay fever.
So
Amazing.
what can't you eat?
It's just one or two things, you know: milk, butter, cream, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, chocolate.
That's
You're
quite
not,
a few
you're not
things.
weird about food. I thought you just had things that you didn't like as well.
Lamb. Not keen on lamb.
OK. Well, hopefully that you'll like this. We're going to do a hake and shellfish stew. So the base for the stew, we've got a load of veg. We've got shallots, fennel, celery, some leek, some carrots, some tarragon, some garlic and some bay leaf. Then we've got a bit of cayenne, gives a nice bit of kick. Tomato puree, smoked paprika, tomatoes, wine, brandy, lemon. Hake, prawns, mussels, peas, parsley, fish heads.
It's a lot of money to spend on that, isn't it? I mean, just get a takeaway, surely.
No, James.
How much is all that in the shops?
You see, if you take the fish out...
No, add it all up. How much is all that?
£7.48, that was.
Is it?
I don't know.
But then you've got a cookie
Slightly
as well.
Veg don't cost anything. Everyone should be eating veg
Yeah,
because
veg's cheap.
that's very
Yeah.
cheap. You know,
Yeah.
fish heads are very cheap.
Yeah, they're
nice.
brilliant.
They're lovely, isn't they? Lovely.
If you
Eat them.
But James, if you use
This
this
is
as a
all
base,
cheap, and
yeah,
then
if you
it's
use this
just-
as a base, then you
it's
can
just
use whatever
that.
cheap fish
Yeah.
you want.
Right.
You get to a fishmonger and say, what have you got that's cheap? You might say, we've got some coley that's, you know...
always
good.
eat healthy, James. That's the. That's
I do.
The, that's
Always.
the, I
So,
know,
should
I
we
know
start
you are
cooking?
very healthy. Yes.
Should we
shall
do that? So, James, any preference for what you'd like to chop?
What's easiest? Carrot?
I'd probably celery or shallot. I'd go easy, wouldn't you?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Then, Carrot, you've got to have a bit of bit of effort in there. Whereas these two fellas,
What are you trying to say?
You can't.
What are you
No,
trying
I'm
to
saying
say?
you can't. I'm just saying if you want to plug anything you want to plug and join in and be
yeah.
witty and amusing as you always are.
Multitasking.
You want something. you want something easy to chop. So it's just roughly chopped. You just need that kind of action.
Yeah.
Those I'll have them in half and that kind of action.
Now, do you have a spoon between your teeth to stop yourself crying with onions?
No, none of it works. Just cook them more regularly. It's as
Really?
simple as that. It's
You think
about
that
getting
works?
used to
Spoon
them.
between your
Yeah.
teeth.
Or sunglasses on? That
Yeah.
can help, surely.
Yeah, that can't help.
Sometimes onions have such strong...
Am I cutting something? Do you want me to do the carrot? And the
Yeah,
leeks?
you can do whatever you fancy, Tim. So I've just chucked all the fish in our finished stew, so you can sort of see how quickly this comes about. So this is just giving a base. Now, once you've chopped all of your stuff, see, the carrot wasn't a good choice, James. You see, Tim's already kind of...
I've got it wide. I've got a better stance than you.
Very good stance.
How's your stand-up going now?
It's all right, thanks, yeah.
When you gave up, you actually sort of made a conscious decision for a while to give up acting.
Yeah.
because you wanted to focus wholeheartedly on doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah, true. How's that going for me?
How is that going for you?
It's all right. It's great fun. That's the main thing, is that, you know, I love learning how to do stand-up, and I've been doing it for 4 years now. Started paying the bills with it about a year and a half ago.
How many nights a week are you doing it?
Well, I was doing 6.
Wow.
I know. But then I thought, no, that's too many. I'm doing about 4 now. But I started to miss the acting as well, so trying to mix it up.
But how hard is it? Because look, you are a funny guy in real life. We both
Thanks.
know you.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
are. No, you are. You're
Cheers.
genuinely a funny
No,
guy.
you're funny.
No, you're funnier. And but how hard is it then to take that onto a stage?
Well, a lot of it's learning. Actually, I mean, Matt, who's on the show as well, he's also a stand-up, and I've done gigs with him. And
was he any good?
He's very funny, actually, which is annoying because he's quite young. So really annoying. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure Matt would say the same. You sort of learn tricks. You sort of learn the first year. You learn how not to die, because you're not going to get laughs every time because you're just new, you know.
Because I always think that must be so hard. If you sort of think, right, you do material that you believe is funny,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't get a response, that must be a hard thing to come off the stage and go, right,
But you learn
I'm
how
getting
to
back on
hide
the horse
it.
and
You
do
sort
it.
of just keep smiling, act as if they have laughed, and keep... Because when they spot you're not confident, you're done.
Right. So inside, your brain's whirling around going,
Yeah.
rescue the room, rescue the room.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
outside, you're going, yeah, I'm going to be funny any second now.
As you get, like, as you've been doing it longer, you've got more material, so you've got different files in your head, right? They don't like the highbrow stuff, or they don't like the dirty stuff. They want clean, they want short gags, long stories, whatever it is, so you can choose your path through your set.
So your set changes all the time, doesn't it?
Well, you'd think so, but on the whole, it's pretty much the same stuff, sort of, you know.
And you also,
4 years.
you also host a night as well.
I do, yeah. I've got 2, actually. I do, there's one in Islington, North London, on Tuesdays, and one in Highgate, North London, on Tuesdays.
But
so
is it easier to host a night? Because then you...
I find it easier, because your job then is to just sort of banter with the crowd, sort of warm them up, do a few gags, let them know sort of what's going on, and bring on each act.
Yeah.
But some comics hate doing that, because they're off script. Because then you've got to be funny in conversation, which, as you guys know, very difficult.
How are you getting on with learning people's names? Because all comics have to go,
I know, I'm
what's your
useless.
name, Steve? And then about half an hour later, you come back and go, and Steve, who's a postman.
I
and everyone
know.
goes, that's brilliant, he remembered his name.
Yeah, I'm rubbish at that. I
yeah.
just remember their jobs, or, you know, how they dress or something, or what they said, so I just
Yeah.
call them by that, you know.
So have you been all around the country?
Yeah, and abroad. Oh, for comedy?
For comedy, yeah.
There you go, yes. Yeah, every Tuesday night,
Yeah, just sort of learning them, because at first you're just taking every gig. Pardon?
Is it different? Our
Up
audience is
north,
different.
up north, working
is,
men's
yeah.
clubs.
Yeah.
Is it harder up north?
Do you know what? I mean, I've got, you know, northern parents, so I can say this, but they're just friendlier. If you go outside London, in London, everyone sort of goes, right, that's funny, but is it clever? Is it clever? Is it new? Whereas outside London, everyone's sort of just out for their
Is it funny?
night. Yeah, and they just laugh,
Yeah.
you know. West Country, easy. Everyone's upbeat and loves it there. It's funny because Liverpool sort of gets a bad name for being the hardest place to play because Scousers think that they're funny.
Yeah.
But all you've got to do is not do an anti-Scouse joke in your first minute and you're fine. Just to sort of mention that you're a Liverpool fan, it goes well.
Yes,
Yeah.
unless they're Everton fans.
That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
what are we doing fish heads? by the
OK,
way?
right, so here's what we've done. So all our veg is in there, and what you do is you cook this quite slowly, 15 minutes, get all this lovely flavour out there. Tomato puree goes in, cook that out for 6 minutes or so. So we've got a base there. Then,
So what have we put in there? You put in...
at the moment, all we've got is the tomato puree.
Right, OK.
Then we stick in the fish heads. Now, the fish heads are going to be a good source of the base for our stock, OK? If you don't like the idea of it, you don't have to put them in. You can use fish bones if you don't like the head, or you could just use fish stock.
Right.
This just gives a really good flavour, and it's dead cheap. Then we chuck in cayenne.
Do you just go to the fish
mongers,
and
yeah,
say, got some fish heads?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a start to a good joke, but what's the punchline, Tim?
Oh, I'll come back to me.
OK.
And then we squeeze in lemon, and then we chuck in some brandy.
He said, no, my ears just flap. Do you have fish head? He said, no, my ears just flap. No, it's not
Or
gonna
we
work.
could say, just for the halibut.
Yes, there you
Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Good night.
go. Matt will come up with something funny in a minute. Let's put some pressure on Matt.
He's really funny.
Fish puns, fish
He's
puns.
really
Work
funny.
it, Matt, work it.
or indeed the viewers. What is the punchline to that joke?
That's a very good question. There isn't one, probably.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, where are we? Oh, yeah. Right, one thing we're not going to have is our charred bread, because we are going to run out of time on this. So what I'm doing with the bread, James, is we rub a bit of oil on that and we char it for about 3 minutes on each side. Oh, we might miss that. So that all kind of cooks away, so you get that nice kind of base for that. We then put enough stock in.
Yeah.
And it can be fish stock. It can even be water. If we're going to use the fish head, you could actually use water. I've just got a bit of fish stock there, but it could be any kind of stock. In that goes bubble, bubble, bubble. Puree it, and then you need to pass it through a sieve to get rid of, obviously, all the bits of gloop that you don't want.
Yeah.
Matt's
I'm just checking if Matt's going to come up with one.
Yeah, he's thinking hard.
Working really hard on this.
He's working really hard.
Yeah.
So, here's what we get. Here is
your career in the balance here, do you know what I mean?
Here is our beautiful fish stew. We pop some peas in there. Tim, do me a favour, just chop me a bit of parsley. And then, for freshness at the end, we're going to have a little bit of fresh tomatoes. So what you've got quite a heavy flavour there, James. So what we want is to lighten that up. And a bit of fresh tomato is just the thing to do that. Okay.
Twitter said Matt will have to mull it over.
Very good. Yes, very good.
That's come from Twitter.
Twitter's not the right place to work that out. There he is! Oh! Yes! On tour now!
Very good. So, here is our beautiful stew. And then what we do, Tim, I'll have all of that parsley in there, just lob it in. And this is the kind of thing, if you're having friends around, it's nice to just stick it right in the middle.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Of the table and let people dig in. So you get some of this lovely, lovely sauce. And you've got, I mean, you can use whatever fish you want in it. You know, as I say, we're using hake purely because...
If James wasn't here, would you put cream in that?
Yeah, I would put cream in it and I'd thicken it, and that would be quite beautiful because the cream would give it a really lovely, delicious, rich finish. But it's not essential, you know, it really isn't. At the end of the day, I want you to be happy while you're here, James, so there's no point me doing something that you won't like.
He's like that.
He's a nice man, isn't he?
You know?
James, would you like to come over here, because this is the tasting area of the show.
Very good, thank you.
And then our fresh tomatoes sit on top. So what you'll get, you'll be surprised at the kick you get. There's a really small amount.
Anyone else like to taste fish stew?
I'm allergic to prawns.
You're allergic to prawns.
I might taste fish stew.
Come on.
Are you going to taste some fish stew, guys?
What's it called? Fish...
Hake stew.
Hake stew.
Hake stew. So what you'll find, you'll be surprised at how spicy that is, because the cayenne, even though there's a small amount, has a real kick.
That's very fishy.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's really fishy.
It's a big old proper kind of, I don't know, Spanishy, French-style fish stew with that broth.
I like the kick.
Beautiful.
I do like the
It
kick.
tastes quite Spanish, that.
That
Is it a Spanish one?
Yeah.
Is it a Spanish hake stew?
It is.
Too fishy for this early.
Lovely.
There you go.
Too fishy for this early?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, it's nice.
Just too fishy for this early.
Sorry.
Early for fish.
For all of today's Sunday Brunch recipes, head to the shop.com/SundayBrunch.
Awkward.
After the break, we're getting a masterclass in making chutney and chatting to our second favourite day of the week.
Doesn't know when to shut up.
It's a waste of time, isn't it? It's a waste of time.
I don't care, but all of their teens listen. You want a piece of the life that I've been living, and I'm itching to show you the life that you be missing. So
Let me take you to a place I know you wanna go.
Let's go.
No one can stop. Wait for the beat drop. Make a secret spot. We living right left and right with the baseline tight. Yeah, you got that vibe. No, I can't wait. Every night and day I wanna go. We living like stars we glow. We lose control. Next thing you know, we living. Good life, good life, good life. You can find in me. Good life, good life, good life. You can take it fast or slow. Let me take you to a place I know you wanna go.
Let's go.
Good life.
Welcome back to Sunday Brunch Live. We're here with chef and cookery teacher Angela Malik, and Georgie's here as well, because we're going to learn all about chutneys today.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yes.
It is. Chutney season.
What is your area of expertise, Angela?
So I demystify Asian flavours and put the 5 taste sensations into our everyday lives.
What do you mean demystify?
So taking sweet, salty, hot, sour, umami, the 5th flavour, and putting them into chutneys, into our everyday cooking. That's really what I do.
What's umami?
Do you know what it sounds tasty?
What's umami?
Umami is the 5th taste. So things like dark chocolate, blue cheese, red wine. Umami.
So,
Together.
Yeah, but a lot of. Do you like umami? Umami. Do you like umami?
I like the sound of it with chocolate and cheese.
So a lot of people don't like umami, do they?
It's a love-hate relationship. It's like Marmite. Either you adore it or you don't. But as you grow older, your palate develops, and you develop an appreciation for those strong flavours. So actually, chutney is a really good example of umami.
OK, you're going to teach us about chutneys today.
Yes.
First of all, what's the difference between a chutney and a pickle?
Well, chutney originally in Asia is like a salsa. So we have a fresh mint chutney, a coconut chutney. As it came over to Britain with the British Raj, chutney turned into a preserve.
Right. Are you a fan of chutneys?
Like a jam, but not a jam, so it's a chutney. Is a jam like a chutney?
Yeah, a savoury jam.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's how I would describe it.
Okay, so you've got some stuff here, some ingredients here to show us how you would make it. What's involved in it?
Really simple. I think there's a lot of myth around complexity, but actually we've just got pears, we've got some onions, some dried fruit, apple. We cook it down with spices and sugar, but the most important is the sour. So can you see the 5 flavours already there? We've cooked it down.
Hold on, go through the 5 flavours.
So salty.
Yeah, which is...
Salty, there will be a little pinch of salt added in. We've got hot onion, cinnamon is hot, sweet. What do you think?
Yes, miss. I know. We'll miss
Sugar, pears, dried fruit, sour vinegar, and umami. Things like orange zest.
Umami.
Umami.
Orange zest is umami.
Can you eat that like raw?
What? Orange zest?
Umami.
Umami.
Umami's a flavour.
Oh, right, so it's everything together.
So like,
I get it. I get
when
it
you
now.
drink
I get it.
coffee and it's bitter.
I don't really understand umami.
No, I get it now.
Do you? I think you might have made it up. Right, okay. So you put it all in there.
Yes.
Cook it all up, do you?
And one of the things I always get asked is, how do you know when it's done?
Yes.
So the cold plate test. Once it's thickened, keep a couple of plates in the freezer, and then you just push it with your finger and see it starts to set on the cold plate. That's a sign that the chutney is ready to be potted.
Right. Now, how long can you keep it once it's in a jar?
In the fridge, probably 3 months, 6 months. It depends on the ingredients in the chutney, really. So if it's really sweet, it will keep for 6 months. If it hasn't got as much preserve in it, probably 3 months.
Shouldn't last. If it's tasty, it shouldn't last 3 months, should it?
No,
Get
it
it out
shouldn't.
and eat it.
It'll be gone.
And what are the golden laws of putting it in the jar? You have to heat them up, don't you?
Yeah. So the way I do it with these kilners, you just boil them in hot water.